The media war just went nuclear, and President Trump declared today that CNN should be sold because the people running it are either corrupt or incompetent. But that's not even the biggest story. Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, offered to appear on any CNN show they wanted. He was ready for live debate. He was ready for pushback on fake news, and CNN declined. Why? Because, according to the White House communications director, they know he'd run circles around their hosts. CNN is now so afraid of scrutiny that they're actually hiding from the administration they attack every single day. Now let's talk about what's at stake here, because this is not just a feud between the White House and the cable network. This is about whether the American people will continue to be lied to by media institutions that refuse to be held accountable. And today, Breitbart reported that Trump clocked a CNN reporter at a White House briefing who tried to revive a dead issue about cabinet turmoil, and Trump shut her down instantly, saying he reads the same fake stories and his cabinet has done a great job. Last week, Jake Tapper got caught labeling the January 6th pipe bomber suspect Brian Cole as a white man without any evidence, without confirmation, just narrative engineering on live television. And now Rapid Response 47 has released flashback clips showing exactly why CNN banned Stephen Miller. In one viral exchange, CNN asked if Miller was profiling brown people. His response? What a dumb question. It's just a lie, and it's just a dumb question. CNN, of course, could not handle him, so they banned him. And we got some breaking news that the mainstream media won't tell you about. While CNN hides from debates they can't win, a health revolution is happening that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about. Red light therapy. After Jonathan Otto introduced this technology to me and my wife, we experienced transformations we didn't think possible. Her chronic pain, anxiety gone, my energy recovery better than guys half my age. Major medical journals show 300% faster healing and pain elimination in minutes. The same technology costs thousands at clinics, but Jonathan made it available for your home. His panels use 9 specific wavelengths with hospital-grade components and zero EMF exposure. NASA researched it, FDA cleared it. Visit myredlight.com and use code NNN for the best deal. That's myredlight.com, code NNN. Now, here's what makes the story even more damaging for CNN. Stephen Chung, Trump's communications director, went public with the receipts. He said Stephen Miller graciously made himself available to appear on any CNN show these last few days to discuss a wide range of topics and pushback on fake news. Well, CNN, of course, declined. Chung's conclusion, they're afraid because they know Miller would run circles around every single one of them. I mean, think about that. The network that attacks the administration around the clock refuses to put their host in the same room with a White House official who can defend himself. They won't debate. They want a one-way propaganda stream, and they just got exposed. Here's President Trump talking about CNN.
People that have run CNN for the last, I think the people that have run CNN for the last long period of time are a disgrace. I think it's imperative that CNN be sold, because you certainly wouldn't want to put just leave those people with some money, good money, and CNN, so that they can spend even more money spreading poison, because it's lies. It's a disgrace. So I wouldn't want to see the same company end up with CNN, the same company with money, because right now they don't have too much money, but they have value, I guess, based on the bids. They've got value. But I think CNN should be sold, because I think the people that are running CNN right now are either corrupt or incompetent.
And that would be a factor in the decision making, because we've got some.
Well, in my mind, but I can be talked out of that by some very talented people that we have, antitrust people. But I just think that the people that have run CNN into the ground, by the way, nobody watches, very few people watch. I don't think they should be entrusted with running CNN any longer. So I think any deal should be guaranteed and certain that CNN is part of it, or sold separately. But I don't think the people that are running that company right now and running CNN, which is a very dishonest group of people, I don't think that should be allowed to continue. I think CNN should be sold along with everything else. I think the people that have...
Oh, man, dude. Trump's not playing. Here's President Trump clocking a CNN reporter for trying to revive a dead issue.
I thought...
Has Secretary Hegseth told you why he hasn't released the video of the second strike?
No, he hasn't told me. I thought that issue was dead. You're surprised you bring it up. You must be CNN.
Lawmakers are still
Are you
talking about it
CNN?
on the Hill.
Are you CNN?
I am with CNN.
Oh, gee, I'm shocked to find out.
But lawmakers are still talking about it on the Hill.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know about lawmakers. Which lawmakers you're talking about?
Most of the Democrats are talking about
Democrats?
trying to release it.
I mean, the people that you work for, the Democrats? You know you work for the Democrats, don't you? You're basically an arm of the Democrat Party.
Oh, man. President Trump, dude. Here's a flashback. Stephen Miller's greatest hits. Oh, I love Stephen Miller. But this is what they posted. Fake news. CNN refuses to book Stephen Miller because he keeps exposing their lies and humiliating their hosts. Stephen Chung posting that Miller has graciously made himself available to appear on any CNN show these last few days to discuss a wide range of topics and to push back on fake news. Yet CNN is so afraid they decline to have him on because they know he'd run circles around their hosts. CNN is actively engaging in partisan politics and acting as a propaganda arm of the Democrat Party. So let's see. Where's the highlight reel? Okay, we're gonna get this clip from Caroline Levitt in a moment. But let's see. I want to see a highlight reel of Stephen Miller's greatest hits, man. This one's 9 minutes long. I'm not going to play that. But I'll play this 1 minute clip here. This is good.
Designed. Is it the case that, as Pritzker frames it, you are profiling brown people? That this immigration crackdown is designed to go after people of color?
It's such a, oh, what a dumb question. The illegal aliens who are here are taking jobs away from blacks, they're taking jobs away from whites, they're taking jobs away from Latinos, they're taking their health benefits away, they're taking their school slots away, and of course in many cases they're committing heinous crimes. We cannot have a system of law in this country that privileges illegal aliens over American citizens, and that's what they're doing. You know it, and I know it.
So that's not exactly a no, Stephen. Can you just unequivocally state that the immigration policy... I said it's a dumb question. Okay.
Well,
I appreciate that. But
it's a dumb question.
So no, this policy is not designed to... I thought when
I said it was a dumb question, it meant no.
Well, I just want to be clear and precise. I appreciate you trying to qualify my questions, but nevertheless, I think it's a fair one that a lot of people have.
My full answer is no, that is a lie, and it's a dumb question.
Is it the case that, as Pritzker frames it...
Oh, man, dude. Here's another clip of CNN pushing their usual propaganda.
Good evening. For more than a year, the President of the United States has claimed the Russia story is a hoax. Now, a stunning indictment says it is not, no matter what the president has been saying again and again and again.
Even the small lies confirm that Trump cannot be trusted. Merely repeating what he says or taking his word for it just makes a bad situation worse.
We all know the president's no collusion, no obstruction mantra. We know it's false.
Investigation adds up to it is certainly not over. It certainly clears no one, least of all the president, and it certainly is no hoax.
What you have said on CNN is you've seen evidence of collusion between Trump campaign associates and the Russians.
Seems like it's all fun and games for this president, as long as he can distract and deflect.
This is an apple. Some people might try to tell you that it's a banana. They might scream banana, banana, banana over and over and over again. They might put banana in all caps. You might even start to believe that this is a banana. But it's not. This is an apple.
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Good evening. For more than a year, the president...
Oh, man, that was good. Fatty McGrizzle is the creator of that one. That was solid gold. Here's Caroline Levitt dropping the mic on CNN's Caitlin Collins just 4 hours ago.
Inherited 2 mixed signals in terms of what that looks like. But inflation is down from where it was. As measured by the overall CPI, it has slowed to an average 2.5% pace. This is down from what the president inherited in The president inherited 2.9% in January. Today it's at about 2.5%. So we're trending in the right direction with more to come. And I would remind you, when President Trump left office in his first term, inflation was 1.7%. And the previous administration jacked it up to a record high 9%. So again, in 10 months, the president has clawed us out of this hole. He's kept it low at 2.5%, and we believe that number is going to continue to decline, especially as energy and oil prices continue to decline as well.
It wasn't high under Biden. They're just saying it's not.
Well, nobody reported on it being high under Biden. My predecessor was standing at this podium, but now you want to ask me a lot of questions about it, which I'm happy to answer. But I will just add, there's a lot more scrutiny on this issue from this press corps than there was. Well, and the previous administration said that too. My predecessor stood up at this podium and she said inflation doesn't exist. She said the border was secure, and people like you just took her at her word, and those were two utter lies. Everything I'm telling you is the truth, backed by real factual data, and you just don't want to report on it because you want to push untrue narratives about the president.
Mixed signals in terms of what that looks like.
Well, that's why we exist too. Push back on all this crap. This is the moment that Jake Tapper, we played this when it happened, but this is just another example.
Ryan Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in interstate commerce and with malicious destruction.
I mean, need I say more? Oh, man. Let's see. Here's more from the president just 24 hours ago, smacking down the fake news about his cabinet.
I was unhappy. I think my cabinet is fantastic. I read the same stories that I'm unhappy with this one or that one, and I'm not. I think the cabinet's done a great job. I read a story that I was unhappy with Pete because he was attacking drug dealers. I said, that's not exactly right. I would say very much the opposite. Pete Hegseth has been phenomenal. I read a story recently. I'm unhappy with Christie. I'm so happy with it. I mean, we have a closed border. We have a border that's the best border in the history of our country. Why would I be unhappy? She's fantastic, actually. No, we have a fantastic cabinet. Really fantastic cabinet. I mean, Lutnick I'll have to think about. No, can't have everything. Can't have everything. He's doing great. Well, Howard's done really well, and Scott's done really well. We have just a fantastic cabinet. I think
So, here's the thing. CNN, they can't defend their narratives. CNN can't withstand scrutiny. CNN cannot face the very officials they criticize daily, so they retreat, they censor, they smear. And when that fails, they hide. But the White House not backing down. Trump setting the tone from the podium, from the plane, and the rally stage. Stephen Miller is unleashed and ready. The communications team is exposing every lie, and CNN's biggest headlines now come from their own mistakes. The fake news empire is falling, and the White House is just tightening the noose. And here's why it matters. For years, CNN set the narrative for American politics. They told you what to think and who to trust and what stories mattered. Anyone who pushed back was labeled a conspiracy theorist or a threat to democracy. But tonight, the tables have turned completely. President Trump says CNN should be sold because their leadership's either corrupt or incompetent. Stephen Miller offered to appear on any show they wanted, and CNN declined because Stephen Chung says they know he'd run circles around their hosts. Jake Tapper got caught making racial assumptions about the January 6th pipe bomb suspect without any evidence, and when a CNN reporter tried to push a fake cabinet turmoil, still Trump clocked her in front of the entire press corps. The fake news empire is collapsing under the weight of its own lies. So should CNN be sold to the lowest bidder? Yes or no in the comments. And if you want to support our work, Real News, visit our merch shop. It's linked down below.